It's KP's Video News in the Funk Groove.
That's right, it's KP Video News, y'all. And I'm coming to you with Ahmaud Arbery follow-up number 6. Number 6. Yes, I'm going to continue to follow this story. So if you don't want to read it or you don't want to hear about it, just click on to the next video. All right. In his final days, Ahmaud Arbery's life was at a crossroads. He was at a crossroads, his life stretching out before him, his troubles largely behind him. He had enrolled at South Georgia Technical College, preparing to become an electrician, just like his uncles. But first, he decided he would take a break. College would wait until the fall. To help keep his head clear, he ran just about every day. Off he'd go, out of the doors of his mother's house, down the long street toward Fancy Bluff Road, then would come the right turn onto the 2-lane road lined by oak trees draped with Spanish moss. About a mile and a half into his usual routine, Arbery would cross the 4 lanes of Jekyll Island Causeway into the subdivision of Satilla Shores. 3 months ago, at age 25, he ran through Satilla Shores for the last time. On February 23rd, Arbery was shot to death by a father and son who told police they grabbed guns and pursued him in a pickup truck because they believed he was responsible for break-ins in their neighborhood. A black man killed by 2 white men. A makeshift memorial of flowers now rests on the lawn of a house near where he died, along with the plaque reading, "It's hard to forget someone who gave us so much to remember." Before Arbery's name joined a litany of hashtags bearing young black men's names, he was a skinny kid whose dreams of an NFL career didn't pan out. Those who knew him speak of a seemingly bottomless reservoir of kindness he used to encourage others, and an easy smile and infectious laughter that could just lighten about any situation. They also acknowledged the legal troubles that cropped up after high school. 5 years of probation for carrying a gun into a high school campus in 2013, and a year after graduation and shoplifting from a Walmart store in 2017, a charge that extended that probation until the time of his death. In his final months on earth, Arbery appeared to be someone who felt on the verge of personal and professional breakthroughs, especially because of his probation could have ended this year, many of those close to him had stated. His mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, accepted that he was a young adult living at home, like many of his contemporaries, taking a breather to chart how he'd one day support himself. She had one rule: if you have the energy to run the roads, you need to be on the job. So he worked at his father's car wash and landscaping business, and previously held a job at McDonald's. Arbery was the youngest of 3 children, answering to the affectionate nicknames Maud and Quez. As a teenager, he stuck to the family home so markedly that his family worried he never wanted to go out with friends. And I was like, he'll get to that stage eventually, his mother said. He was a mama's boy at first, and his mother predicted that reserve was left behind when Arbery entered Brunswick High School class of 2012. He took cues from his brother Marcus Jr. and tried out for the Brunswick Pirates football team. His slender build certainly didn't make him a shoe-in for linebacker on a junior varsity squad, and said his high school coach. As soon as practice started and Ahmaud Arbery started to really go, said, "Oh man, his speed was amazing," Vaughn recalled with a laugh. He was undersized, but his heart was huge. Off the field, Ahmaud had a talent for raising the spirits of people around him and a penchant for imitating his coach, Vaughn said. "If I was standing in the hallway, kind of looking mean or having a bad day, maybe my lesson plan didn't go right, Ahmaud would kind of sense me out," Vaughn said. "He'd come stand beside me and be like, 'I'm Coach Vaughn today. Y'all keep going to class. Hurry up, hurry up. Don't be tardy, don't be late.' That's what I loved about him. He was always trying to make people smile. Some students, it's hard to get mad at," he said, "because you love them so much." At the end of his final football season, no college recruiters tried to woo number 21, but Arbery's high school football career still finished on a high note, his mother remembers. In his final game, he intercepted a pass and ran the ball back to score a touchdown. Referee threw a flag on the play, but his mother insisted that his accomplishment still mattered. I said, "Guess what, son? You did it." And he was very, very excited about it, and it was a very good moment for us. Former teammates Demetrius Frazier grew up just down the street from Arbery's, and his friendship with Ahmaud dated back to their days as local Pee Wee football program. Frazier treasures their quieter moments in high school, just two friends playing video games, shooting hoops, wolfing down peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, hot dogs, and chips. Those were the times his friends seemed happiest, Frazier said, before his legal troubles bogged him down. Frazier went on to play wide receiver for Middle Tennessee State University's football team and now holds down an office job and is raising a son in nearby Darien, Georgia. Arbery's own football aspirations had been dashed, but he still wanted so much for himself, Frazier said. Ahmaud was just ready to pull himself into a position to be where he wanted to be in life, he said. That's what they took from him. Less than 2 weeks before Arbery was killed, 34-year-old Travis McMichael had called 911 to report a possible trespasser inside a house under construction in the subdivision, describing him as a black male, red shirt and white shorts, and saying he feared the person was armed. The Arbery's family attorney have confirmed that Ahmaud was captured on security cameras entering that home on the day he was killed. The property owner said nothing appeared to have been stolen. However, surveillance footage also shows other people coming in and out of the construction site on other days, some apparently to access the water source on the property. Travis McMichael and his 64-year-old father, Gregory McMichael, a former police officer and retired investigator in the Glenn County District Attorney, were charged with murder and aggravated assault on May 7th, a day before Arbery would have turned 26. Their arrest was sought by the state law enforcement authorities after cell phone video taken by another man at the scene was released to local radio station. And since then, the person that took the video has been arrested as well. And on Thursday, William Roddy Bryant, and arrested him on charges of felony murder and criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment as well. And his attorney stated that he didn't do it. And so Arbery's family, in the pain of his loss by his final moments, have been captured on the video, and a lot of family members have still not watched the video, and they don't want to watch the video. And it's said it's like, it said it's a lot of things going on in the world today, and we just have to be aware of what's going on. And his mother stated this was her first Mother's Day without her youngest child, thinking of the greeting card he'd given her for the occasion 2 years ago that made her smile. Said, "We don't see eye to eye, but I love you," she recalled Ahmaud writing. That tells me I just had got on him about something that he did. Ultimately, she said, nothing her son did in his short life justifies the way he died. And that is true. So, on with the show. Part 2. Ilhan Omar, minority running mate, could create excitement Biden lacks from majority of the base. Representative Omar recommended that Joe Biden select a non-white running mate to help boost enthusiasm for his candidacy. The Minnesota Democrat, who endorsed Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders during the Democratic presidential primary, told the media that she would be voting for the Democratic nominee for president, which will likely be Biden, as other candidates have dropped out of the race. She said Biden, who has already vowed to select a female vice president, could boost enthusiasm for his campaign by selecting a non-white running mate. I think it would be really helpful for our party to continue to have diversity and not show something, and not something we talk about, but something we celebrate and push forward, Omar said, later adding, to have someone who is really connected to the people who have been the backbone of the Democratic Party will help create, I think, enthusiasm that Biden lacks right now. with the majority of the base. Omar noted that she had been in talks with Biden campaign team. She said she will vote for whoever the Democratic nominee is in 2020, but has yet to issue a formal endorsement of the former Vice President Biden. And Biden will not be the official candidate until after the Democratic National Convention, which is scheduled for August. And while Biden has promised to add a woman to the ticket, it is not clear that he is looking for a running mate from a racial minority. Minnesota Amy Klobuchar is reported to be among those vetted for the position, which would show he is considering running mates from all backgrounds. And final story here is a quick one. Patrick Ewing, basketball, NBA basketball player, and now the head coach of Georgetown Hoyas basketball team and Georgetown University, is out of the hospital and improving after coronavirus diagnosis. We got that was good news today, and courtesy of his son Patrick Ewing Jr. said Monday that his father is out of the hospital after testing positive for COVID-19, and he has began to improve. And this is excellent news for the Ewing family. The Knicks icon announced his hospitalization on Friday after testing positive, but he was optimistic about beating the disease. Hopefully he is on his way to doing just that, and his recent improvement is a very good sign. Ewing is a two-time basketball Hall of Fame inductee. The 57-year-old is currently serving as head coach at Georgetown, his alma mater, having finished his third season in charge there. And so he's out of the hospital already. He just went in on Friday, and he's already out of the hospital. So it says, Father is now coming to get better. We'll continue to watch his symptoms and follow the CDC guidelines. I hope everyone continues to stay safe and protect yourselves and your loved ones. And I don't know if that's really protecting your loved ones if you got symptoms and you tested positive for the virus, and then you're going home to basically infect other people's in your house. I don't understand that. I don't understand the logic in that. I really don't. But, that's his decision. So I'm going to have to follow that one. Definitely going to have to follow that one to make sure and see what happens with that.
But it's KP Video News in the Funk Groove.
Peace.